Hi guys, I'm Maylee Matchett.
And I'm Martin Pucciarelli.
We are both fitness and health promotion students at St. Lawrence College.
And today we're going to guide you through our exercises and our activities, and hopefully you guys will have lots of fun. Let's get started. Okay guys, so the first activity we're going to do here is called the 4-lane game. So for this activity, we're going to split the class in half, and we're going to have two teams of, say, well, however big the class is, but normally it's two teams of 10, 5 at the most minimum. So I'm going to pretend to be the teacher. She's going to pretend to be the teams, I suppose, because we only have two people here. So so there's 4 cones set up here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So each cone, you're supposed to perform an activity that the teacher gives you. Now, that being said, the number of the cone demonstrates or shows the amount of times you have to perform that activity. So if I say push up and then I say cone 4, for example, that person has to go to cone 4 and perform 4 push-ups. If I say jumping jacks and I say cone 2, that person performs 2 jumping jacks. And that being said, so you're gonna have the first person that goes, right? When that person is done, you run back to your team, you high-five the next person in line, and then you sit down at the back. The first team that has all the people sitting down wins the game. So without any further ado, let's get this started. I'll try to demonstrate it for you as best as I can with 2 people. So I'll tell Maylee what to do about 5 times, and she'll high-five herself when she runs back. All right, so push up 2. Yeah, she's doing girl push-ups. She can't actually do real push-ups. She's too weak. Okay, high-five yourself. 3, jumping jack. 1, squat. 4, high-five yourself. 2, crunch. Yeah, hit her with a surprise there.
Next, we're going to be doing our obstacle course. So students are going to keep the same teams, and you guys are going to be racing one another to go through an obstacle course. We already have it set up in the background. We have Martin, who's going to start the cone for us. So the objective is you have to go through the whole obstacle course and make it back before the other team. So when you get back, you're going to want to high-five your partner, and then you're going to sit down when you're done and let the other partners go after you. So Martin's going to demonstrate it for us. We're going to start at the cone, and he's going to hop through each hurdle. He's going to pick up a skipping rope, and he's going to skip 10 times. Once he's done skipping, he's going to run back to the cone, and then pick up the ball, and then that's where I'll be holding up the hula hoop, and his job is to throw the ball through the hula hoop. If he misses, he has to go get the ball and try again till he gets it through the hula hoop. Now we're going to show you the full motion of the obstacle course.
Okay, so for the next game, we like to call it Grab the Hacky. It's so the main point of it is to have 2 teams, again, between 5 and 10 people, or even more, between 5 and 15 people per team, especially for one class, right? You're going to split the class in half. Normal classes are 30 people. And you can use the size of the full gym for this, or even half the gym is fine too. For us, because we're only 2 people, we're using only a few hackies and only like a few meters apart from each end zone. So you're gonna have 2 teams, right? 1 end zone each, In each end zone, you're going to have the same amount of hacky sacks, and the goal is to grab the hacky sacks from the opposite team and bring it back to your end zone. However, when you do grab that hacky sack, you cannot move with it. You can't run, you can't jump, you can't hop, you can't walk with it. You have to pass it to a partner, and then you move without the hacky sack and say, hey, pass it back, and so on, and that's how you get it back to your end zone, to your cone. And let's say you drop the hacky sack. What you can do is just leave it. You're supposed to leave it there, but you can call your partner and say, hey, I dropped the hacky sack. Can you quickly get it? And then the partner can pick it up and throw it to you, and so on until you get it back to your end zone. And last thing, also, if you get tagged, make sure you bring the hacky sack by the other team. If you get tagged by the other team, make sure you bring the hacky sack back to the other end zone, to where you found it. So without any further ado, I'm gonna try to demonstrate this as best as possible with two people. So me and Melee are gonna pretend that we're on the same team because there's no one to play against. Alright, so this cone right here is our end zone, and that cone right there is our other end zone. I'm gonna go to the other end zone to grab the first hacky sack. So I grab one. I can't walk, I can't run, I can't jump. So we're going to go melee. So now I run.
I go Martin.
And then she runs to our end zone.
I pass it to me.
And she can drop it. So also, let's try this again. Drop it. So I'm gonna pass it to her, and she drops it. So what happens? She calls me, right?
Martin, come get it.
And that's how it's played. And now let's say I get tagged, okay? So I'm getting this hacky sack from the other team, and she's on the opposite team, and she tags me. I have to drop it and put it back where I got it from. And remember, guys, the team with the most hacky sacks at the end of the game wins.
Our next game is called Catch and Throw. You can either use a dodgeball such as this, or a small ball like this, like a lacrosse ball, a tennis ball, whatever you guys feel more comfortable with throwing. So you're going to start with your partner facing each other about 5 feet apart, whatever you guys really, how much distance you guys want between each other. The objective of this is that every time you guys catch the ball, you're going to take one step back. If you drop the ball, you take one step forward. And we're going to do this for about a minute. Me and Martin are going to demonstrate with the big ball, and then we'll demonstrate with the small ball. So we're going to start just about this distance. If I hit the ball, he catches it and throws it back. I take one step back. If Martin catches it and throws it back, and I drop it, I have to take one step forward. Then you keep going. Next, you drop it. Martin drops it. Therefore, we both take a step in. Then we're going to demonstrate with the small lacrosse ball for you guys to see if it's a little bit harder. Start with the lacrosse ball, and then catch Martin. And then throw it back. I'll drop it. I dropped it. We both take a step forward. You drop it. We both have to take another step forward. And so on and so forth. You do that for about a minute and see who's the furthest wins at the end.
Okay, so the next game is very simple. It's literally just called side catching. So if you guys have a partner, you can use the full size of the gym for this, but we only have these cones that are a few meters apart because we don't have a lot of camera space. So we're going to use either a lacrosse ball or a dodgeball. First, I'll demonstrate with the dodgeball just to make it easier. Then if you guys want to make it more challenging, you can use a lacrosse ball. So what you're going to do is you're going to stand about let's say 2 to 3, maybe even 4 to 5 meters away from your partner, and you're just gonna toss the ball underhanded like this while running back and forth, running to the one end of the gym, then back to the other end of the gym. And if you guys drop it, you just stop moving and you pick it back up and you start all over again. So let's demonstrate. Let's make it a little bit more challenging. When you grab the lacrosse ball, not only is it smaller, but you should only try to use one hand. So, like so.
Next activity we're going to be doing is called base running. So we have 4 cones set up back there. One's going to be home plate, one's going to be first base, second one's going to be second base, and then the last one's going to be third base. So you're all going to get in one line behind home plate, and you're going to be running around the bases like such, and the teacher's going to call out a single, a double, or a triple. I mean, if the teacher calls out a single, you're only running to the first cone. And then you run back, get back the line. If your teacher calls a double, you're running to the first one, then to the second one, and then you come back home. And if your teacher says a triple, you're running to the first one, second one, then the third one, and running back home. So I'm going to have Martin demonstrate, and I'm going to call out single, double, or triple. So Martin, run a double. And it'll come back. Martin, run a triple. And Martin, run a home run. So that's the objective of the game, is just to get everybody moving and running around the bases.
Okay, so the next game, again, also very simple. It's just called box tag. So you're going to have one person or 2 people, depending on how big your class is. For us, obviously, it's going to be one person. So you're going to have one person, that is it. So everyone, even the person that is it, is going to be within the 4 cones that are set up here. If you're in the gym, it can be within the boundary lines of half of the basketball court. But for us, it's just 4 cones. So I'm going to be it. I'm going to be inside the cone. She's also going to be inside the cone, but she's not it. And the objective of the person who is it is to get everyone out, to get everyone to be it, right? But if you are not it and you're trying to run away from your pursuer and you somehow step out of the boundaries, then you're it. And there's no coming back from that. So let's demonstrate. So 3, 2, 1, go. So she's it. So I'm going to pretend that I'm not in anymore. So I'm in.
Our next game is called Simon Says. This game is like the original Simon Says, but with a little bit of a twist. This one, you're going to have the teacher or any other student who wants to be Simon Says. Martin is going to be the student and I will be the teacher, and I will demonstrate the Simon Says part and he will do the activities I say. If I say, Simon Says, do a push-up, Martin will do a push-up. If I don't start a sentence by saying, Simon Says, you do not do the activity. But if I say, Martin, do a push-up, and Martin does the push-up, he is eliminated from the game. And he will have to walk around the whole group or sit down whatever he feels more comfortable with. There is a little bit of a twist involving it's going to be in partners. Me and Martin will be partners, and let's say Simon says you have to throw the ball to your partner. Martin will throw the ball to me. And next, we have to wait for the next command. So I say, Simon says, throw the ball back. And so on and so forth. The teacher can name anything between exercises and throwing the ball involving catching and throwing. We're going to demonstrate.
Okay, so now we're getting into the flexibility portion of the lesson. So here we're gonna just do some stretches. Now, of course, we're gonna start off with a standing quad stretch. And of course, this is basically meant to relieve tension and pain if you have any from your quads. And it's pretty simple. We're gonna do 30 seconds on each leg. It's basically, you just do this. You wanna pretend that you have a dodgeball right here in your knee, and you're trying to keep it tucked in between your hamstrings and your calf, and then you're gonna try to get it as high as possible. So we'll do that 30 seconds on each leg. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, I'm losing balance. I'm not very mobile or stable. All right, 10 seconds to go. I should have done this sitting down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch legs. A little bit better on my right leg. Probably embarrassing myself right now. 15 seconds left, halfway there. 10 seconds left. Three, 2, 1. That's it.
Next we're going to be doing is called pick the grass or pick the daisies. So we're going to start with standing up straight, and you're just going to reach down and collect as many flowers as you can for 30 seconds on each leg. This will help relieve any pain or tension in our hamstrings. So we're going to do this for 30 seconds. Martin will keep the time stop. Let's get going. So picking as much as you can.
Halfway there. I guess quarter way there, because it's only one leg. 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Switch legs. My chair, Ethan. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so the third stretch we're going to do here is for the shoulders and the T-spine. If you have any pain or tension there, this is obviously meant to relieve that from those two spots. So I call it reach for the sky, but I like to think of it as reach for the donut, at least the glazed donut, because that's what I really like. So if you guys like candy or something, just call it reach for the candy. After a long day of working out, of feeling tired, you could just do one more little effort to get the ultimate prize. So what you want to do is get on your knees, or get on one knee. So let's say I'm gonna use my right arm, so I'm gonna go on my right knee. Put your other foot right in front of you like this. Get behind you, and then you're gonna put both your arms right below you, and then you're gonna reach while keeping your arms straight as high as you can, while also twisting your torso a little bit. So like this, and you're gonna do that for 30 seconds, and then once do that, you'll switch legs and arms, and you'll just do the same thing for 30 seconds. So let's start in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Yeah, guys, reach for that donut. I can see it dangling. I might just start to salivate, so I'm gonna pretend I'm not grabbing a donut. All right, 9 seconds left. 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch. This side's harder. Yeah, have no mobility on this side, as you can tell. 15 seconds left. 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. And that's it.
Next, we're going to be doing a stretch called the Captain Morgan. So we're going to stand, we're going to kneel on one knee, we're going to have the leg that is up all the way out, and put our hand on our hip like a superhero pose, and we're going to slightly move back and forth for 30 seconds on each leg. Martin is going to time it, so let's get going.
Seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch.
Just gonna do the same thing on the other side. Ready?
$15 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So that concludes our little lesson plan for today. Hope you guys have so much fun.
Yeah, I certainly did. And hopefully, you know, if in another day, in another universe, we can probably see each other again.
Thank you so much for participating.